Just a quick vid, lads. A bit of a tip really when fitting your rocker cover gasket and gaskets back on, so you don't make the mistake I did and have oil pissing out when you fitted the rocker cover gasket. Just got the new gasket today. I've already fitted it. Just slots in. Just when you fitted it, just run your finger around, make sure it's down and seated right all the way around. Actually, I got this, it's a genuine Suzuki item from a place called Robinson's Foundry on the internet. Fantastic service. Ordered yesterday, came today. And genuine Suzuki parts with gaskets like this, really what you need. Okay, so the main gasket's fitted. Then you've got the spark plug gaskets on each hole. I've fitted 3. Now here's a good tip for you. These are so easy to dislodge when you're putting this back on the bike. Then all you do, you'll dislodge them, fasten down, and then you'll have oil pissing out. So what I do, make sure they're all clean, and I'll just put a thin smear of gasket jointing around. Push it back on. I'll just put a bit on now. What you need, just a thin smear. As you see, just a thin smear. What you want to do is put your gasket on, press it down, and as you can see, the excess comes out. It's very important to wipe all this excess off because you don't want it floating around in the oil, clogging up your oil ways. So run your finger around and make sure it's all off. You can see that's pretty solid on there. It ain't going to really drop off unless you really catch it as you're putting your cover back on. It'll just save you a lot of grief later on. So I've fitted all my gaskets now. I'm going to fit it back to the bike, and then we'll start him up and see if it pisses oil at all. Right, just a little vid, just to give you a bit of a tip there anyway. Learn from my mistakes. I'll catch you later. Right, I pushed the rocker cover back in place, but I've left it so as we can see underneath. It's always best to just take a look and just make sure them bloody gaskets are in place. As you can see, I've been careful and they stopped in place. You can just see the 4. I can just zoom in. You can see the 4 there. That one seems to be just lifting a bit. I'll just push him back. Also, I forgot to mention before, it's best to put just a bit of gasket jointing material on the lobe rubbers, because that's where they're prone to leak. No need to bother anywhere else, but I would just put a smear. Just make sure there's none excess on the inside really. So just a smear there. Right, now I'll bolt it down. Okay, I've got it back in place now. Just see where the bit of sealant was just around the cap covers. Cap covers, whatever. I've fitted the 4 pins there. No gasket on them. Not tightened them up yet, just hand tight now. I'm just in the process of fitting the 8 bolts that actually do the holding down. I've got these nice little stainless ones I got off eBay. They have got a gasket on, and what I do is I just put a little smear of gasket sealant around, and then in they go, just hand tight at the moment. I'll do that now with all 8 pins. Right, the cover's back on. Now you've got to tighten the bolts, and you set them to the specific torque that's in your manual. You don't want to over tighten them, especially these, because you'll be in a world of pain if you strip the thread underneath. I tend to do it by hand now, just using a ring spanner. Like I've been engineering now 30 odd years, and you just kind of know the correct torque, to be honest. But especially if you're a novice, use a torque wrench and do it to the specific torque. When you're tightening them up, I tend to do them, firstly I'll tighten 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll go 5, 6, 7, 8, and that diagonal pattern, so as it sits evenly, not tending to twist it a bit. And then you've just got to tighten. You can just see these inner ones. I'll tighten 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got to tighten 1, and you've got 1 right at the front as well. And when all they're tightened and torqued up, you just put the 2 oil feeds back on. Just 2 bolts in each. And you tighten them up to the specific torque, and don't tighten them too tight because it's soft aluminium, the threads, and it'll be easy to strip. Maybe do strip them, it'll have to come off and be helicoiled, so take your time, just do it to the specific torque. And once they're all bolted on, I can put the venting cover on, and my spark plugs on, and away you go. Just a quick note of the spark plugs. Actually, it's very easy to put them on the wrong plugs. Then when you come to start it, you want to be firing up, she'll just be misfiring. You'll think, what the bloody hell's going on? Always check as you put your plugs on the right plugs, the leads on the right plugs. Right, I'll get on then. We'll see if I can fire her up. Okay, all finished. She's all on, all tightened up. Just got to put the ancillaries on now. The breathers, tan seat, plug caps. But basically she's all done now. I'll just reiterate. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so you've got 14 pins to secure it. 2 pins for each oil feed. Then you put your cam box, your vent cap on, 4 pins. Same again with all of them. I'll just say it again, don't over tighten them. You don't want to strip them alloy threads, or else you'll be in a bit of pain. You'll be helicoiling, to say the least. So that's another good job done. Step closer to getting her on the road. And when you finish the job, most importantly of all, a nice cup of tea. Well earned today. Cheers.